Welcome to Crochet 101. For more information about this series and all the other videos in this series, you can check out the Crochet 101 playlist in my profile. Let's get to today's lesson where we will be chatting through how to work in the round with an open loop as opposed to how to work in the round using a closed circle, closed loop. So let's get started. An example of where you'd use something like this, I am currently working on a crochet doll skirt, and this is the waistband of the skirt. And so to get started on it, we're going to grab our fresh yarn over here. So to get started, let's pretend like we're making something that we want to be the circumference of this stitch hook holder here. So we are going to take our yarn and we are going to start with our slip knot. This working in the round works with a slip knot as opposed to a magic circle. So you make your X, you pull a loop through, let go, you have your slip knot, and then I am going to chain enough that it goes around this here. And this is great for if you want to be someone who freehands things, get used to fitting things as you go. So we are going to start by chaining, I'm going to say 20 to start off with. So holding this up, I'm around halfway around, and so I'm going to chain 20 more for a total of 40. Grab my working yarn again and keep chaining. So I have 40 chains, and as you can see, they fit neatly around here. We don't need to use this to make this cover for it, so we'll put it to the side, and now what we need to do is connect these chains into a circle. And the most important part of this is making sure that they don't get twisted along the way. If they do, you can kind of fudge your way around it in the first row by just like forcing them to meet. But what I like to do is on the back side here, you can see that the front and the back side of your chain look very different. On the front, you've got like a braid, and on the back, you've got these little, like, almost like a little backbone, this little spine of your stitches here. So you want to make sure that those spines are on the inside. And I just use my fingers to feel along to make sure that the spines are on the back side all the way. And then I am going to take the knot end here, making sure that again the spines are on the inside, and I am just going to stick my hook into this first chain that we made. I am going to grab my working yarn, so not my tail end but my working yarn, and I'm going to just make a single crochet. And now they have met into a circle, and this is the perfect time to make sure that they really are a circle and that they are not twisted at all. And now we have made sure they're not twisted at all. We made sure our spines are on the inside of our project, and we are going to work single crochet. And it's going to feel like you're working kind of backwards because you want to keep this part on the outside. So once again, we are going to stick our hook under the top loop here. You can see you're just working into the back side of it. Up right above your spine, you're going to stick your hook into there, pull up a loop, yarn over, and a single crochet. It's the exact same thing as working into your chain on the front side. You're just kind of working into it on the back side. So open it up with your finger if you have to, and single crochet, and we can just single crochet all the way around. So I've reached the end of my circle here, and you can go back and count your stitches, make sure that you have 40. And what you're going to do is make sure that you twist this so that all of the tops of your stitches are on the top. Make sure your tail is at the bottom, and you are going to work. Me personally, I just like to continue on working in the round. So all you would do to do that is just continue on like your row never ended. And you can continue crocheting until this reaches the height of whatever it is you are interested in making. And if you're concerned about being able to keep track of how many rows that you've done working like this, because it is just kind of a continuation of the same row, never fear. In my coaster tutorial that we're going to be doing very, very soon, I'm going to chat through a trick that I use to keep track of my rows when I'm working in the round. So that covers part 2 of how to work in the round. Next time, we'll be covering a very, very basic coaster pattern, and we will be chatting through a bunch of tricks that'll kind of help you out along the way to keep track of your stitches and to finish your project off.